I done put 20 up under the seat. You need.
And welcome to the first episode of Coffee Talk, you know what I'm saying? I already got my cup already poured up about half full, you know what I'm saying? No, actually I got it filled up all the way, if you can kind of see, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a really big coffee drinker, you know what I'm saying? So that's why this is called Coffee Talk, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to sip my coffee and I'm about to just kick it and keep it real with y'all. We gonna talk about ongoing situations in hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And in the world, if that is big enough, you know what I'm saying? But definitely hip hop, you know what I'm saying? So the past couple weeks, we had like 3 big things that happened, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We had, you know what I mean? The first one was it being revealed that Tekashi 6ix9ine is snitching or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Ratting, you know what I mean? We had 21 get locked up, you know what I'm saying? And like by this time, like you know what I mean? Like with me taking this long to drop the series, 21's already free and all that. So, you know what I mean? Like that's already, you know what I mean? That's kind of already over, you dig? But the big thing that, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Surfaced like the past few days ago was YNW Melly, you know what I mean? Getting locked up for a double homicide, you dig? You know what I mean? YNW Melly, he was an up and coming rapper, you know what I mean? Like, very talented too, you know what I'm saying? The thing is, I just started hearing about him about a couple weeks ago, you know what I'm saying? I'd say about 3 weeks ago. The only song I was really listening to of his was Murder on My Mind. You know what I mean? Dope song, dope track. But ironically, you know what I mean, it's like he's getting hit with a murder now, you know what I mean? So, like, if that doesn't make you look any more guilty, you dig, at least to people who are just first hearing about you through that song, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like me, myself, but I'm just saying like when you're on trial for murder, you know what I mean? Like, you have a jury deciding your fate. You know what I mean? And the lawyers and the prosecution, like what better evidence to bring than your lyrics? You know what I mean? I know they say, oh yeah, we don't, like, people always like to say, oh, they don't use their lyrics. No, they use your lyrics. Why would they not use your lyrics? You know what I'm saying? They use your lyrics, your story, your name, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if y'all know about this rapper at all, but from back in the day, Master P's brother, C Murder, he's doing a life sentence for a murder that he didn't commit. The lawyers who prosecuted him knows he didn't commit it. Even the judge who sentenced him knows he didn't commit it. You know what I mean? They all found out later on. You know what I'm saying? But by the time they said there was like, with all the paperwork, there's no way to release him. You know what I'm saying? But one of the main thing that they used was that his name was C Murder. You know what I'm saying? The kid who got killed was at a club that he was at. And their whole main part of the case to say that he was guilty was just his whole like gangster image, you know what I'm saying? So like they're always gonna use your lyrics, you know what I'm saying? They're always gonna, like, you know what I mean? So, and ironically enough, you know what I mean? Ironically enough, you know what I mean? YNW Melly is on trial for killing 2 of his homies, you know what I'm saying? And like, the reason I'm saying ironically enough is because the song Murder on My Mind is about him killing one of his friends, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's just my thought on it, you did. My thought on whether or not he's guilty or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna keep it like, you know what I'm saying, how they say like whoever you vote for, you know what I mean, just keep it to yourself. I'm gonna keep that to myself. But what I am gonna say is the fact that after his friends being shot, he was the one who drove him to the emergency room, you know what I mean? So obviously he drove him to the emergency room. He told the cops what happened, you know what I mean? They obviously let him go. But what I hear, and that happened in like October or something, so that's already like 4 or 5 months ago. You know what I'm saying? So they let him go. They're like, all right, yeah, this is what happened. All right, we'll see what we can do. You know what I mean? His friends end up dying in the emergency room. But what I'm hearing is that when the cops go to question him and his friend, that their stories aren't matching up. So it's like think about it. Even if the stories did match up, like they're still gonna dig in and do some more investigations. But so first of all, they even said that the stories didn't match up, but they still let him go. You know what I mean? They start, you know what cops do? They gotta go assess the crime scene, check with evidence, see if they can find any witnesses. You know what I'm saying? So somehow they found enough evidence, you know what I mean, at the crime scenes. And also, from talking to a few witnesses or just people, you know what I'm saying, or, you know what I mean, I don't know if y'all call these people snitches or something or whatever, but like, people were saying that this nigga Melly did it. You know what I mean? So this is already something that happened like 4 months ago. So they supposedly got enough evidence to arrest him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And the fact that, one thing I am gonna say is like, obviously, like, he turned himself in. Like, I know some people will go with the route like, okay, he's famous, there's nowhere to hide, you know what I mean, yada yada yada, he's famous, you just gotta turn yourself in. But one thing I see turning yourself in is like a sign of guilt at the same time, you know what I mean? Like Suge Knight turned himself in because he knew he was guilty for killing that dude. And he's probably guilty about a few other things that he just never got, you know what I mean, tried for. So it's like a little bit like your conscience comes into play, like, oh damn, like, I am the one who did this, so. I mean, that's how I would say the whole turn yourself in thing. You know what I mean? And him being denied bond was obviously really common for no one to get bond when you're on, like, you got arrested for murder, you dig? You know what I mean? They don't really let you go. It's very rare that you get bond for a murder case. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just my look on things, you know what I mean, with YNW Melly. But other than that, very talented kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I like his the way he does his music, the abstractness of it, you know what I mean? Like, in his creativeness with the music, you know what I mean? Like, very good upcoming artist. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm actually, like, I was looking forward to hearing more music from him, you know what I mean? Like, that's one thing about this year, and like, from last year to this year, I feel like the artists that did start coming out were very talented and actually taking the craft more seriously than a lot of rappers like the years before, you know what I mean? You know, like in 2016, we had the whole like, oh, rap is being destroyed by these colorful haired kids, tattooed face kids, you know what I'm saying? But now from like that whole little generation has already died off, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's not too common to just see, you know what I mean, the colorful hair, face tat, you know what I'm saying? Like, there still are some of them around, but like, the people running hip hop right now are not those kids, you know what I mean? A lot of the kids coming out now are very talented and are taking the craft very seriously, you know what I'm saying? So it's tough, you know what I mean, to lose a very talented artist. You know what I mean, to the system like that. You know what I mean? And speaking of colorful haired face tat kids, you know what I'm saying, we get the #1 poster boy that is 6ix9ine. Someone who also did surprise people in showing that he actually could drop music, you know what I'm saying? He did drop an album, it was decent, pretty good, you know what I mean? Pretty good songs on there, songs that I liked, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? He had a song with Lil Baby, that song was hard, but I still bumped that, you know what I mean? But the thing with him is, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, anyone who was watching how that kid moved knew he was gonna get arrested. I knew he was gonna get arrested. You know what I mean? I knew it was gonna end up like that with him getting arrested. You know what I'm saying? And then it came down to the whole snitch thing. You know what I mean? Is he gonna snitch? Is he not gonna snitch? You know what I'm saying? And what is considered snitching? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm asking y'all. I'm asking the people who say like this, like who are like, you know what I mean, like accusing him of being a snitch. Cause what is that? Like, it's a street term for people who are involved in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty much giving up information about your associates. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much throwing them under the bus, giving them the max sentence that they could possibly get, just so you can walk free or get less of a sentence. You know what I'm saying? So it's like pretty much a pretty selfish thing to do. You know what I mean? Snitching. You know what I mean? For actual gangsters and like people involved in that lifestyle. You know what I mean? But one thing with me is like, I feel like people who aren't involved in that lifestyle shouldn't really be able to speak on it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like people involved in that lifestyle and more so associated with the person who is snitching, they're the ones who have the right to call the person out as a snitch. You know what I mean? And all that. But the average square on the street, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they shouldn't be, even if they were like, yeah, the nigga did snitch or whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah, you could be like, yeah, that is considered snitching. Yeah, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. But to take it to a level of like, nah, F that nigga, that, like they want to be doing the same thing if they're in this position. Like, that's where some people take it too far. You know what I'm saying? But, so, like, back to what I was saying. So we all, if anyone who was watching him closely knew that he was going to end up in jail. So then it turned down to like, if he goes to jail, is he going to snitch or is he not going to snitch? You know what I'm saying? In the way that I explained it. So me, how I was saying it was like, the smartest thing this dude could do, you know what I mean, for himself would be to tell on everybody, you know what I mean? Or else he is getting this life sentence, because it's like he's facing life. And it's like, obviously, I don't think he was like, you know what I mean, like really about that lifestyle to be able to take a whole freaking 25-year sentence in prison, you know what I mean? It's like he kind of got caught up in the clout is pretty much what happened, you know what I mean? And another reason why I was saying that the smartest thing for him to do would be, you know what I mean, to snitch, is because from, like, who is he snitching on? So even a couple weeks before he got locked up, the group that he got locked up with, Treyway, all that, 6ix9ine Trey, whatever, everything like that, you know what I'm saying? He, you know what I mean, like disassociated himself with the whole group, you know what I'm saying? He said that he's not rocking with them anymore. They're not his label anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were, you know what I mean? It comes out that, like, his baby mama was getting, you know what I mean, smashed by that whole group, you know what I'm saying? They were running the train on her, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, apparently I heard something that they were plotting to kill him, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he pretty much wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, like, close with them anymore, you did, you know what I mean? But then they, a couple weeks later, they all get, you know what I mean, like, they get locked up together. And one thing I did hear was that he initially was locked up because of that plot of them trying to kill him, you know what I mean? So the government was actually saving his life by locking him up. So when it comes down to that context, it's like, do you really have any loyalty towards, should you really show any loyalty to people plotting to kill you, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So that's like a question that I'm just like asking like everybody, you dig? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even saying, with this, I'm not even giving my opinion on it. These are just like, I'm just telling you what it is, and I'm asking the questions, you dig? But, so it's like, do you have any loyalty? If someone is plotting to kill you, should you show any loyalty towards that person or that group of people, you dig? You know what I mean? But then when I know newer evidence has been like unveiled, you know what I mean? Like, there was a little interview with 6ix9ine's baby mama, and they go into a little talk about how the main thing that he's being prosecuted on is the Chief Keef shooting hit that happened in like the middle of New York somewhere, you dig? So he actually, he's the one who like gave the order for that hit, you know what I'm saying? And so apparently one of his close friends, an actual street gang member, nigga, was the one who he paid to do that. So now it comes down to the thing like, so he snitched, he pretty much told, he ratted out the person that did the shooting, and that person only did the shooting because he told him to do it and he paid him to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, now how does that look? It's like, you know what I mean? That's pretty low down to have someone do something, rat him out on them doing it because you told them to do it, and now they're doing time and you're walking off free. But then again, I don't know the situation with that dude. Was that dude part of the whole, like, running the train on his girl, plotting to kill him, you know what I mean? You know, so it's like, there's a lot of ways to look at this, you know what I'm saying? But how I'm seeing it, it's like he's just not tight with any of these dudes anymore, you know what I mean? And he's like, I don't think any of these niggas is worth me spending the rest of my life in jail. You know what I'm saying? So now past that whole snitching point, to me how I see this is his life is in danger, you know what I'm saying, if he gets out of prison. You know what I'm saying? His daughter and his baby mama's life are in danger, you dig? Because if you are given, you're pretty much gonna get like walk away free, but then get your whole group of niggas like locked up. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are really getting locked up because you're ratting on them, because you told them to do stuff that you ratted on them about. And if these dudes are really in the street like that, if they're facing life, if they're facing 25 years, that ain't gonna sit well with them, you know what I mean? And putting a hit on you, your family, your daughter, your baby mama, that's just one phone call, man. That's one phone call. You know what I'm saying? That's one, yo, B. Yo, this nigga got me locked up for life, B. This nigga got me rotting up in here for life, B. You gonna let that ride, B? Like, you gotta do me this, B. You know what I'm saying? They from New York. You gotta do me this, son. You know what I'm saying? You gotta set this right, B. You know what I'm saying? I'm down bad out here, B, because of this nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. That's just that one phone call. I already know what the nigga on the side, he gonna be like, don't know. You know what I'm saying? One. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lay the murder the game down on this nigga, you dig? You know what I'm saying? I know how it goes out in New York. You know what I'm saying? So to me, how I see it is like, unless this nigga gets witness protection, his life is in danger. His family's life is in danger. You know what I'm saying? After this situation. And I hear people talking about, will he have a music career if he does get out? Like, isn't it music career, my nigga? This nigga won't have a life career, like, in the public eye ever. Like, for him to stay living, he would literally have to go in hiding, maybe flee the country. You know what I mean? It will be a little difficult to put someone in witness protection in America when your face tatted up, colorful hair, like we all know what you look like. You know what I'm saying? The face tats ain't going nowhere, so he would literally have to flee the country. That's how I see it, you know what I mean? But let me not make this too long a video, you know what I'm saying? These are just my thoughts on what's going on, you know what I mean? Like, comment the video. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the points I brought up, let me answer some of my questions that I asked in the comments. You know what I'm saying? And also request new information for me to speak about. And if there is anything you disagree with what I said, or anything that you could clear up, or, you know what I mean, answer, just also comment that, you dig. But go ahead and like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, and comment, you dig. This is episode 1 of Coffee Talk, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, I'm still sipping, you dig. But I'm out, y'all. Peace.